My name comes from Japanese. Well, the name is Japanese. It means pure beauty. Kiyomi Leslie. Leslie is my God-given name. So Kiyomi is just, I guess, what you would call like a stage name, and it is basically my household name now. My mom calls me Kiyomi. You either call me Kiyomi, Yo-Yo, Yomi, the Yum Yum sauce. It's me. It means pure beauty, and I felt like everybody always says, "Oh, you're so beautiful." When I was looking for something that related to me, that just popped out.
This is something, I don't know if somebody dubbed you this or you just saw the name somewhere and kind of just took it. Like, how did that happen?
What you mean?
The Kiyomi part.
When I was trying to come up with who I wanted to be, I knew like when I lived in North Carolina back in 2000 that I was going to be somebody. And I was trying to like figure out like what do I want people to call me? Like, who do I want to be? Like, what name sounds good? And I was looking up names and I was doing research on like artists, and I was seeing how they had like Melissa Ford and Black China, and they all had two names. So I wanted to be Kiyomi Leslie, and I wanted my name to also really be something about myself. So I kept my real name in it and just put Kiyomi. So I actually did the research, found out what it meant, and I love the Japanese theme, a geisha. I have a geisha on my leg, tattoo, so it all tied in.
Do people mispronounce it?
Yes, it's the most embarrassing thing in the world, like especially when I'm doing like red carpet events or interviews, and they're like, what is it, Kinami? Kiyomi? And I'm just like, it's Kiyomi, like Yomi, Ki. Like, I'm just like, just call me Ki, or just call me Yomi, or Yo-Yo, something. Like, damn, just don't fuck up the name.
What about spelling? People misspell it too?
I think that people, if they hear it, don't know how to spell it, so they would probably spell it how it sounds. But for the most part, I haven't had any misspellings.
So people mispronounce more than they misspell.
Yeah.
As far as Leslie, that's your government name. Mm-hmm. That's your birth name. That's a middle name or like first name there?
First.
Why did your parents name you Leslie?
Because my father's name is Lester. So I was named after my dad. I'm a daddy's girl, so I guess my mom she didn't have any boys. She only had girls. So I think that she told me that she thought I was going to be a boy. And so she was already thinking of like names, and she was thinking of like unisex names, so that if I wasn't a boy, that she could like still go with it. And I think Leslie was like a unisex name, because when I started doing research on my name, I found out that it was like a lot of guys who had the name. And I was like, well, is my name a man's name or is it a woman's name? Because it sounds like a woman, but men have it, so I guess it's unisex.
Just personally, have you met more men with the name or more women? Just
I think a little bit of both. 50-50. I'll say 50-50. The only thing that I don't like people to call me Leslie, because I feel like Leslie is personal. Like, if you know me on a personal level, like my friends, my boyfriend, my family, like guys who I really, really fuck with, they would know that my name is Leslie. But the world is going to know that my name is Leslie now. But I really don't like people to know the real me unless they really know me or I let them in. So I would rather people call me Kiyomi, and if I don't know them, I don't answer to Leslie.
Now, has this always been your stage name, or have you had different stage names before in the past?
I've always been Kiyomi. I mean, you have little nicknames, my friends used to call me Little Miss Model, because I always wanted to model, and I was like, a little miss. I was like always so dainty when I was modeling. So they just put it all together.
I see. Did changing your name to this hurt your brand or your image at all? Instead of going by maybe one of those other nicknames before in the past?
No, it actually helped my brand. It's something different. I don't think that people hear about Kiyomi now. Since I started going by the name, I've definitely like been searching on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, and I've definitely now seen a lot of people with the name Kiyomi, and I don't know if that's me being paranoid about people trying to be like me, or either, I know that people try to put a name that is being heavily searched so that they can get followers just from typing it in, but when I first started looking up the name, I didn't know anybody had the name at all.
Now, sometimes when people are branded, especially for a significant length of time of a name or an image, they're kind of more or less stuck with that. Mm-hmm. But sometimes deep down inside, people wish they could change their name or have a different name. Okay, even though I'm Kiyomi, I secretly wish I was this name though. Mm-hmm. Do you ever feel like that? Do you ever get that feeling?
No, I haven't really gone through anything that would make me feel as though I would want to change my name, or like, sometimes if I'm thinking about like revamping my brand, like, damn, what can I do to kind of like bring more revenue or bring more followers? I think about changing my name, but it's not like a thing that I think hard on. I don't see myself changing my name.
Now, what is your ethnicity?
A lot of shit. A lot of this, a lot of that. But I just consider myself Black because I feel like whatever I tell people at the end of the day, like with the Black girl, like I guess it kind of depends like on who's looking at me, because everybody's eyeballs are different. But to me, I feel like when I wear hair extensions and everything, I look like a Black girl, or if I have on like long Black hair, people say I look Dominican or whatever. So I feel like if I say, well, I'm white, Black, Mexican, they're still going to be like, oh, well, she look Black, she lying. So I don't even feel the need to label myself as this or that. I consider myself a Black girl. Like, I got Black skin, I'm Black, I'm ratchet, all that.
Now, do you speak any other languages aside from English?
I speak Spanish, but not like very fluently, like, because when I was growing up, I really just didn't have a lot of people to talk to in Spanish, so I kind of like lost that kind of thing. It's kind of like people who can speak Spanish, but they can't read Spanish. I can understand, but I can't really verbally say a lot.
How did you learn it though?
Initially, I learned from like just being around people who were speaking Spanish, and then in school, I took Spanish honors and everything else. So